Hi everyone, again we are with another video, and in this video we are going to discuss about microbes as biocontrol agents, which means we are going to discuss how we can use microbes to control insects and pests as well as to use that as a fertilizer. So normally in any organic farming method, the basic principle to be considered is biodiversity furthers health, which means biodiversity maintaining is very essential for a healthy lifestyle of humans. Okay, so how we can achieve it, or how the organic farmer is looking forward towards this consideration. So normally organic farmer, instead of killing pest and insect, he will be always looking on natural methods of predation. Okay, he always keep the insects at the manageable levels rather than killing it, because killing them is going to affect the ecosystem. So he always knows that eradication of the pest is not possible, so we have to understand how to control them using the food chain. So it's very important, we have to understand the food chain, the life cycles, feeding habits, and everything about that particular organism which we want to establish the control. So we can use various biocontrol agents such as ladybird to control aphid, dragonfly to control mosquitoes. Ladybird or ladybug, we all know it is a small red and black colored insect with a red body with black spots on it. It can successfully control aphids. It is a kind of insect, another insect. Dragonfly, it is the tatambuchi, we all know. This is useful in controlling mosquitoes. In the same way, hoverfly larva controls aphids. Cambosia is a larvicidal fish which can control mosquito larva. So there is various other microbial biocontrol agents are there. So these agents which we saw, one organism, insect or any other organism, is used to control another insect or another organism, like that it has been linked. Okay, now we are going to see how a microbe can act as a biocontrol agent. That means microbe is acting as a insecticide. Okay, so the microbe in our consideration here is Bacillus thuringiensis, in short BT, the first letter of these two words. It is going to control butterfly caterpillar. What actually we do with Bacillus thuringiensis, like we get dried yeast in packets, we get the Bacillus thuringiensis in a dried form in the sachet. We have to get it, mix it with water, spray this on the vulnerable plants, the plants which could be affected by butterfly caterpillar. Once we spray, what is going to happen? This activated, once you dissolved the dried form of Bacillus thuringiensis in water, it becomes activated, and then it starts growing on the plant leaf or on the plant body wherever it has been sprayed. So while it is growing, all its genes are going to be expressed. So a part of that gene is proteinaceous endotoxin. So there is a toxin which is going to be produced, which is protein in nature. That toxin is known as thurioside. It is an inactive toxin. Normally it doesn't have harm the plant as well as the microbe Bacillus thuringiensis. So it remains inactive as it is. Then what is its use? What is going to happen is, while the insect feeds on the plant part which is coated with these inactive endotoxins, along with the plant parts, the toxin also enters into the insect body. In the gut where the pH is alkaline, the toxin becomes active, and then it starts binds with the epithelial cells. Okay, once it starts by binding with epithelial cells, it creates spore, it causes cell lysis and cell swelling. So there will be so many problems created over there. Finally the organism dies. This is a very important question. This Bacillus thuringiensis has a very important role in genetic engineering, in preparing BT cotton, BT tobacco, BT tomato, so many other uses we have. Everywhere the basic is same. The endotoxin is inactive, which will be made active, causing so many other issues in the insect, finally leading to the death of the insect. Okay, this is the basic concept here. This is extremely important. Make sure you learn this part well. So the next one we have in our row is Trichoderma, a fungus. It is usually seen in the soil. So it is very common in the root ecosystem, so that it can act as a biocontrol agent in preventing any pathogen attacking the roots. The next one is Baculovirus. It belongs to the genus Nucleopolyhedrovirus. It is very specific. So it can attack specific insects and some arthropods, not all of them. Okay. So it is a narrow spectrum insecticide, which means it is very target specific. That's what they mean. Okay. There is no negative impact on other plants, mammals, birds, fish, even non-targeted insects. It's only going to attack targeted insect. Because of this property, it can be used in an integrated pest management program, as well as it can be successfully used in the ecologically sensitive area. Okay, so far we have discussed how microbes can be used as insecticide. So the next topic we are going to discuss how it can be used as a fertilizer. So far we have discussed insecticides and pesticides. So now we are going to discuss about biofertilizer. So here we are going to see how organisms are going to improve the nutrient quality of the soil through the biological activity. So any organism improving the nutrient quality of the soil through the biological activity is referred as a biofertilizer. Okay, this biofertilizers, these are going to play a major role in organic farming. So the main source of biofertilizers are bacteria, cyanobacteria and fungi. So we have variety of organisms involved in this. The first one we are going to discuss is Rhizobium leguminosporium, which commonly we have been learning so far as Rhizobium alone. In grade 11, in mineral nutrition lesson also, we have a discussion about it. We have discussed that in that lesson how Rhizobium is responsible for forming root nodules in the legume plants, how it is responsible for nitrogen fixation and all. So we know very well that this organism symbiotically fix nitrogen in the legume plant. The next we have Azospirillum and Acetobacter. These two are free living nitrogen fixers. And then we have Cyanobacteria, which is also a nitrogen fixer. It is commonly used in paddy field. Not only them, all of these we are discussing here, all of them are used in the paddy field to increase nitrogen level. So when it comes to Cyanobacteria, there is Anabaena, Nostoc and Oscillatoria, which could act as nitrogen fixer. Especially coming to Anabaena, it can symbiotically fix nitrogen in a water fen referred as Azolla. This is a pteridophyte. So when this pteridophyte plant is used in the paddy field, it is going to act as an excellent fertilizer, because the plant has a nitrogen fixer, Anabaena, and then it is going to fix nitrogen in the paddy field. So these organisms, Aspergillus, Acetobacter, Cyanobacteria, which includes Anabaena, Nostoc and Oscillatoria, the Azolla, water fen, Alusoria. Okay, all these are going to act as a nitrogen fixers in the paddy field. So this one is a non-symbiotic nitrogen fixer. Okay, so we have Rhizobium as a symbiotic nitrogen fixer in root nodules of legume plant. We have Frankia as a nitrogen fixer of nodules of non-legume plants such as Ulmus. Okay, and then blue-green algae is there, which can add a organic matter to the soil and increases soil fertility. So overall in this lesson, microbes, we have basically discussed how these microbes are used in preparing household products, industrial products such as enzymes, alcohol, organic acids, bioactive molecules, and how it is used in treating the sewage, and then making biogas, and finally how it is useful in farming. That also we have discussed. So this lesson is a easy scoring lesson. So whatever is there in the textbook, go through that, line by line, and then solve the question answers at the back of the lesson. That is more than sufficient to learn this lesson perfectly. Then go for preparing the objectives which are essential for answering in the NEET. Okay, so the basic requirements are learning the lesson as per in the NCERT without leaving any single line in that. Even the diagrams, you have to go through all the diagrams carefully. Okay, even from the diagrams questions can be asked. This lesson is a simple, easy, scoreable lesson both in the board and NEET point of view. Thank you.